Today, 40% of the eligible population goes on to higher education and more students are women than men. Yet, it remains highly inequitable not only in access but also in ensuring a quality experience to all students. Although contexts, needs and capacities are different, the need to transform higher education is felt worldwide. The United Nations Sustainable Development Agenda has forged a consensus around the goal of achieving quality, equitable and inclusive higher education that fosters lifelong learning. Higher education through teaching, research and innovation, and social commitment has a major role in promoting all SDGs and fostering progress towards a more sustainable world. That's why UNESCO created the International Institute for Higher Education in 1998 to facilitate international cooperation in this field, radiating from Latin America and the Caribbean to the entire world. It is to date the only institute in the United Nations system entirely dedicated to higher education. The Institute's fundamental mission is to promote higher education systems led by better governmental and institutional policies that make the universal right to higher education a reality through an education that encourages global citizenship based on the roots of one's own cultural identity, recognizing and protecting the richness of diversity. Research that is designed to address real-world higher education problems and offer policy solutions, underpinned by a commitment to open science. Commitment to social and economic development that promotes sustainability in all areas of life. And an international cooperation that encourages peer-to-peer learning based on respect for differences, especially in the Global South. To promote this transformation, the Institute's work focuses on promoting policy change through dialogue among all actors in higher education and beyond to forge international, regional, and national consensus to ensure shared commitments with a long-term horizon. Capacity building of stakeholders to encourage professionalism, particularly of leaders, teachers, and technical and administrative staff in institutions, agencies, and governments, and foster evidence-informed decision-making and practice to improve the quality, equity, and inclusion of higher education under a multidisciplinary perspective. The empowerment of vulnerable groups, starting with women and youth, in relation to access, quality, and higher education decision-making to drive sustainable transformations are fit to grassroots challenges. As examples of this commitment to the transformation of higher education, in the last 5 years the Institute has promoted and participated in policy dialogues on higher education in more than 50 countries in all 5 UNESCO regions in cooperation with other UNESCO divisions and institutes, and a wide array of international and local partners. Contributed to training more than 20,000 people, particularly rectors, mainly through its virtual campus and hybrid activities. Published more than 30 reports on topical and relevant issues, ranging from artificial intelligence to the impact of the pandemic on higher education to the contribution of institutions to higher education to sustainability, international aid, the governance of higher education, the role of quality assurance agencies, women's access to academic leadership and gender-based violence in higher education, to futures of higher education, among others. The Institute also has the region's leading peer-reviewed higher education journal that contributes to disseminating findings in the languages of the native peoples. Technically supported governments and institutions in the ratification process and unfolding of the regional and global conventions for the recognition of higher education qualifications, serving as a platform for international dialogue that fosters mutual trust and promotes convergence, respecting diversity and autonomy. But so much remains to be done. As a government or institution, you will always find a critical friend in the UNESCO International Institute for Higher Education to closely accompany you in your journey through technical assistance and capacity development. If you are working on the transformation of higher education, as a teacher, instructor, manager, or leader, please access our website for resources and updates on our global and regional activities on training, policy, research, and advocacy. Sign up for our newsletter for the latest news in higher education worldwide. And share with us, and with our wide community of practice your contributions. Small changes can lead to huge transformations. We welcome you to join us as a partner in this journey together. Higher education for all.